Back here is the hidden path. To this treasure chest, where we get Eagle Eye. Wait, you don't live in Villa Raisins? Get out of here! Ice cream, get your ice cream! Hey there, mister, we're having a free giveaway today. Here, my vanilla olé recipe. I was messing around with my ingredients here at the stall one day at a spark of culinary genius. It's simply fabulous, so you gotta try it out at least once. There's a book called Easy Fish Dishes. Crispy fry. Learn the recipe for crispy fry. Secret passage. Flower pumps. No wonder no one trusts the police these days. They're out here stealing from us treasure chests. Would have thought writing a thesis could be this difficult. I bought this novel back before I started my thesis, hoping to read and relax during my downtime. But now it's just gathering dust. Oh, what about you guys? Would you like to take this book off my hands? I'm too busy to even consider reading it. Back alley Dr. Galen. That means not us. Ah, the girl from the... You're looking for information on the cheapest apartments? Take this brochure. I'm sure it'll prove more than useful to you. Oh, I wasn't aware these existed. What a relief! Do you mind if I borrow one and read it through? Not at all, ma'am. They're there for you to take. But I'd be careful with cheaper apartments if I were you. I need to hurry to sort my housing situation so I can return to practicing. My apologies. I started thinking aloud. Anyway, thank you for your assistance. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not at all. Didn't we just see her not too long ago? Something tells me we'll be seeing more of her in the future. Anyway... Oh, someone's coming out. Damn. It's him. What am I doing here? This place has no use for outcasts like you. Yeah, right. Cannot deny the outcast part. But more importantly, I see that you didn't bother to heed my advice. Did I tell you to refuse your assignment to the special support section? It's a waste of CPD funding that was only established because of a damn Sergey. It's trash, meaningless, a rotten ship that will sink in half a year. I even went out of my way to warn you of the kindness of my heart. Excuse me, Vice Commissioner, weren't you in a hurry? Yes, I'm a busy man. I nearly forgot, thanks to a lot of you. Listen, leave the hard work to the capable detectives and don't make a mess, got it? Just keep an eye on the citizens and make sure they stay happy. Don't go prowling where you don't belong. Now get back to that dump you call our office. Should we still take the elevator or no? Hate to say it, but I get the feeling we're not even recognized as police officers around here. They'd probably just see it as us barging in. It may be prudent of us to avoid going upstairs unless we have some special assignment to attend to. Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Oh, we don't know where it is. Alright. Hello again. We saw a request on the terminal, so here we are. Great. I've been waiting for you guys. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Rebecca, the head receptionist of the CPD. And I'm Franziska, also a receptionist of a CPD. I don't think I've had the chance to properly introduce myself the other day. Yeah, I suppose you didn't, but I wasn't one of our very finest. What you mean to say is, we were scolded by the Vice Commissioner after we let the Bracers steal all of our credit. Don't remind me. Theo. Oh dear, I'm so sorry everyone. That's pretty unfortunate for your first day. Don't let it bother you too much. The SSS was only established recently, so I'm sure you all are still trying to get the hang of things. If you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to rely on us, okay? Thank you very much. Warms the heart to hear we've got an angel like you looking out for us. You're too kind. So, would you mind explaining the additional details regarding the support requests? Of course not. Let's get started. First of all, HQ has assigned a dedicated operator to support the SSS. That's our very own Fran right here. Pleasure to work with all of you. An operator? So, Fran will be supporting us via our enigmas? Well, my specialty isn't really supporting you guys in the field. My main duty is to help report and process the completion of support requests. This will be done via the Orbital network. You kinda lost me on this one. In other words, the SSS will be accepting a myriad of different requests from now on, and once we finish these requests, Fran will process the reports that we submit to her through our terminal in the SSS building. So then that means we don't have to come to headquarters every time we need to submit a report, is that right? Precisely. Once your reports are approved and processed within the system, we will send the proper compensation your way. Furthermore, when your DP accumulates beyond a certain threshold, your detective rank will also increase. Feel free to ask me about that later. Basically, these are all my new duties as the first operator of the SSS. I see, makes sense. So we can avoid all that irritating paperwork by using the terminal down at the SSS building, yeah? That's right. It's actually a part of the Orbital Network initiative in Crossbow. Theo, has the terminal at the SSS been installed and tested yet? Yes, it's ready for reports anytime. Good to hear. Well then, please allow me to explain the additional details regarding your support requests. If there's anything you don't understand, please feel free to ask questions. Yeah, what are the support requests? The support requests are requests submitted by various individuals to the SSS. These requests vary from person to person, ranging from simple assistance requests to formal investigation and monster exterminations. With the exception of a few special cases, you retain the right to decide whether you will accept support requests or not. However, if you do accept them, make sure to complete them within the given deadline. And we just had that. Where do we check our available at the terminal? How do we submit at the terminal? What does detective rank mean? By completing investigations successfully and finishing support requests, your achievements within the CPD will be noted. Your accomplishments will be determined by the amount of detective points, or DP, earned. Extra DP may be obtained depending on your performance during missions and requests. When your DP reaches a certain threshold, you will be promoted. Currently, ranks are divided into 15 levels. You will be rewarded with each rank promotion, so it's definitely worth the extra effort. Can we stop, or do I need to? As far as the current support requests go, you are able to accept and report them into Special Support's terminal. Once examining a request, the details will be recorded in your detective notebook. Please try to keep track of your requests. Also, your terminal will automatically update each day with new support requests. We recommend you make a habit of checking the terminal each morning. Whenever you complete a request, make sure to submit your report at your terminal. You'll be able to immediately process it via Orbital Network. Based on the contents of the requests, you'll be compensated with special rewards from time to time. Please report complete requests whenever you can. That is all. Alright then, I believe that should wrap up the explanation on support requests. So, when you return to the SSS, try pressing the report option on your terminal screen. I'll make sure to send more support requests your way as they come in. Got it, thank you. Alright, I believe that should wrap up the explanation. And we can repeat the question here again. I'll be handing any incoming requests for you, so make sure to be on the lookout. I don't think the dialogue changed already. No. Just a test. back to headquarters. So, all we have to do is use this terminal and report our progress to headquarters, right? That is correct. We should try testing it. Report. Hello, you future CPD. This is Fran speaking. Well then, allow me to go over your reports. Thanks for reports, everyone. I finished more with support requests. Please let me know. I see, that was really quick. So from here on out, we just have to report in like that whenever we complete requests. Another update. It appears that more requests have already been added to our system. We should verify each one, just to be safe. Lost item search. Client Tront. Salary 1000 Mira. Rewards? We don't know. I lost some items in the city. I'm looking for somebody to help me find them. For details, please see me at Hotel Millennium in the Entertainment District. I'm waiting in my room. Vacancy verification. The city's Residential Affairs Division is reviewing residence registrations. We are seeking assistance from the CPD in verifying vacant units. For more information, please inquire at the Crossbow City Hall reception desk by the end of the day. And the monster extermination in the Geofront. A dangerous monster, Megalobat, has been sighted in the Geofront's A1 sector. We ask the Special Support Section to deal with this threat swiftly. Items of note? It uses the weight of its body to damage with high-power attacks. Be alert. Oh, that's a lot. More monsters in the Geofront, eh? So, this is an extermination request? From what I've heard, those are usually handled by the Bracer Guild. Hear me out, guys. Why don't we take care of this extermination ourselves? You want to? Looking for a bit of redemption, Lloyd? Yeah, I am. It was only because of Arias McLean that we came out unscathed last time. If we had time to prepare, I genuinely believe we could have handled it on our own. Besides, today is our first official day on the job, so why not start off with a bang? You make a compelling argument. It seems troublesome, but you may have a point. I like the way you think, Lloyd. We better get to work on fixing up our questionable image. Now that we've got a plan, I guess we should head to the Geofront when we're ready. Yeah. Among the support requests there was some that are higher priority and mandatory. These are marked as urgent, and when completed, the story will advance. Other support requests are not mandatory. Please pay attention to them though. They will have time limits and will expire if the story advances too much. Nothing new. We already were at HQ. Oh yeah, I probably will use the beginning of the episode to show anything of greater importance that I found during the exploration episode, so that was that. I usually take shoes over armor because movement. Because of a movement. And as tempting as it is, I don't have money. Good. Now, one of the support requests was in Hotel Millennium. So let's go there. I had hoped I could ask where the room for the person is. Is this you? I'm so done with walking. Might as well cut my losses and head home. Excuse me, sir, by any chance, did you submit a request to the special support section? Oh, are you guys police officers? Woohoo, I didn't think you were actually going to come. Well, we're here to help. Your request mentioned that you lost some of your belongings. Could you explain how that happened exactly? Yeah, of course. Sorry, this is just so frustrating. I don't even have the energy to cry anymore. You see, I love shopping, so I thought I'd spend the day checking out some random shops around the city. I eventually noticed that there was a gaping hole in my back, but it was already too late. All my stuff had worn out. I searched what it felt like forever, but I still couldn't find any of my belongings. That really sucks, man. It's almost been a full day though. Doubt your stuff's hanging out where you dropped it, to be honest. There's a chance that a passerby may have picked up your belongings and turned them in somewhere. Would you please state the locations you visit during your shopping spree? Sure thing. As you'd expect, I stopped by the department store first. I spent a good amount of time there, with all new brand name stuff they have on display. Can you blame me? Sorry, that's beside the point. Anyway, I went to see East Street's marketplace after that, and it wasn't until I stopped to rest near the park in the harbor district that I noticed the tear. I searched everywhere, and even after spending the whole day looking, I couldn't find diddly squat. I think I ended up losing my wallet, a souvenir I bought, and well, something else. I'm pretty sure I lost 3 things in total, but about that last one? You're going to tell us that you can't remember what it was, aren't you? Well, that sounds enough for us to go on. We'll start by searching around the places you visit. Times, East Street, and the Harbor District. Those are all commercial areas. It'll probably save us a lot of time and effort if we simply ask the workers there if they know anything. Awesome. Let me know if you find anything. Okay, so let's start with times. The Times department store. This one of the location Trant visited. He may have lost his belongings here. Excuse me, do you happen to have a lost and found here? You've lost something of yours? The front desk more or less serves as lost and found, and you have a few things on hand. What are you looking for? Few things, huh? You think they've got Trant stuff? Hopefully. I'm not that shocked that they find a lot of dropped stuff, given how big the building Times is. Trant said he lost a wallet, a souvenir, and a third thing. Upon reflection, it might have been wise to ask for more details about each of the items. Ah, wait a minute. Are you referring to the customer whose wallet fell out of a hole in his back? That's him. Oh, thank goodness. Someone ended up seeing him drop it after all. Not quite. We only discovered it after the fact. It's just that he stuck out like a sore thumb. He most certainly did. He was happily laughing and cracking jokes with every person he ran into. Then, when he was on his way out, his back caught one of the display cases. It was only when we were cleaning up later that he found the wallet. Well then, cannot say I'm surprised to hear that. He never bothered to come here to search for it. Poor guy must have given up already. Guess that's why he ended up coming to us for help. Please wait a moment, we'll bring it right away. Here you are. Thanks you two, you're lifesavers. Our pleasure. Just make sure that gets back in the right hands. Our lost and found has been accumulating a lot of items over time. We forward things over to the police after a week or so, but even then we still usually have about a dozen or so items at any given time. Please take care not to forget your belongings. Okay. Now, if he went to East Street, maybe he went in the auto store in between? Doesn't look like it. Sometimes details you have to pay attention to get extra DP. Okay. East Street Marketplace. Trant mentioned he'd come through here. Maybe his lost item is somewhere in the area. Excuse me, do you happen to have any lost items around here lately? Lost items? Let me think. Sorry, afraid not. I tidy the stall daily, so I would have noticed if I picked up anything weird off the ground. I don't think we have much luck here. Excuse me, do you happen to have found any lost items around here? Oh, did you lose something? I can't say we have. It's not too surprising though, people lose stuff here all the time. Have you tried asking anyone else? Somebody may have picked it up. Welcome. What's that? You lost something? Sorry, pal. Haven't picked up anything. We start working at the crack of dawn, so I figure I would have noticed a doohickey or two. If it's something that important, why not ask the police to help find it? About that, I got a funny story for you. Excuse me, do we happen to have found any lost items around here lately? Lost items, huh? Actually, wait a sec. Now that you mention it, there was a young man who dropped something here yesterday. I remember him because he made some dumb joke when he stopped by my stall. I don't think he noticed the gaping hole in his back because a package fell out of it when he wasn't paying attention. When I saw it lying there, I tried to chase after him to give it back, but he was already gone. Nice. Looks like we hit the jackpot. So, were you police folk who were sent to come get it for him? Guess I'll leave it with you then. And the harbor. I think he said he rested here, right? But maybe the noodle stall? Excuse me, have you seen any items lying on the ground recently? Oh, are you looking for something? Actually, now that you mention it, there was some weirdo hanging out at the park earlier. I remember him yelling about a hole in his back at some point. You'd think it was the end of the world with how much he was freaking out of it. That certainly sounds like him. I only saw it from a distance, so I have no clue what he might have lost. Too bad. Hold on. One of my customers mentioned finding something on the ground earlier today. She hangs out in the park around here pretty often, so it shouldn't be hard to find her. Why not try asking her for more details? You? Or you? Excuse me, would you happen to have seen anything lying around here recently? Something that seemed left behind? Oh my, lost something, have we? Actually found something stuck in the grass on the outskirts of the park. I was kinda curious, so I picked it up. And just in time too, it was nearly blown away by the wind. Blown away by the wind. Our client could not recall what his third missing item was. Suppose nothing is out of the question. What is it exactly? I take it you guys were looking for this? Here, it's all yours. Republic-bound ticket. That seems rather important. A train ticket? Doubt he's going anywhere without this bad boy. Yeah, well, he won't have to worry about that now. We managed to retrieve all of his missing items. Great work, guys. Let's go back to Tron and tell him the good news. I'm sure he'll be glad to see his valuables again. You said you lost 3 things, correct? Luckily, we were able to track them down. Here you are, and please don't drop them again, okay? You might want to buy a new bag so this doesn't happen again. You guys are miracle workers. This is definitely my stuff, and here I was about to give up on ever finding them and head home. Excuse me, but how would you have gotten home without your wallet, or your ticket for that matter? You know what? You make a pretty good point there. Anyway, thanks for your help. Contacting the police was sort of a last-ditch option in my mind. I mean, you guys were great, but I haven't heard the best things about the CPD. Like, I was really surprised when you 4 even showed up to help at all. I see. I think we're finally starting to get why the special support section was made. Isn't it wonderful though? The feeling of helping out someone in need? At any rate, that should be it for this request. And the second optional quest was at City Hall. Welcome to Crossbar City Hall. If you're here to pay for your utilities or to change your address, you've come to the right place. Feel free to inquire about additional services. Excuse me, we're the CPD. We're here in response to a support request submitted by City Hall. Oh, you're the police. Wonderful, I wasn't expecting you to respond so quickly. Right? Could you give us more details about the request, please? I believe it had to do with confirming vacancies of certain residences. Yes, of course. Allow me to explain. You're all familiar with resident registrations, correct? Anyone wishing to move to Crossbar must visit us to register for residence. The reality is, people will freely move in and out of a city without going through the appropriate avenues. It's become more and more difficult for us to keep track of it all. I see. Therefore, we seek your help to verify any vacant residences in the city. We need to rectify our documents that have any mislabeled vacancies. The folks over at Residential Affairs have their hands full, so we'd greatly appreciate the assistance. You telling us that we have to play errand boys for the government? Don't be rude, Randy. Verifying vacancies is actually important in catching certain criminal activities. Filing the documents in a timely manner is critical. Oh yeah? Go figure. It'll be good for us to walk around the city and get the lay of things while we're at it. Will you be able to help us then? Accept. Thank you very much. I'll hand these documents over to you. These files are relevant to the request and will guide you in your work. Understood. We'll be sure to look them over. Thank you. Let's see. There are 3 different locations in total. There's one near the entrance of a residential district. Looks like the next one is on East Street. According to this address, it's to the right of a Bracer Guild. To the right of a Bracer Guild. Sweet. That'll be pretty easy to remember. Last one looks to be in the downtown district. It's an apartment complex known as Lotus Heights. There appear to be 3 documented vacancies. Just a moment, please. I note this down in the detective notebook. Scribbled. Okay, all done. Thanks for taking care of that, Ellie. We'll be working on verifying the outlined vacancies now. Should we come back here once we've completed the task? Yes, please report back to me once you've completed verifying all 3 locations. I leave everything in your capable hands. The residential district. I think this is a vacant house. It has the right address. Doesn't look like anybody's here. Doesn't matter how we look at it. I think it's an empty mansion. Agreed. I'm unable to detect any presence from within. I think this house has been abandoned for a little over 10 years. I remember hearing rumors about this house being haunted back when I was a child. Really? Ellie and I are around the same age, but I have never heard that rumor at all. At any rate, I think we successfully verified the vacancy. Cool, let's move on to the next one. Pretty sure this is this house. Is the room also vacant? It's not on the list, so perhaps the tenant is just out right now. But I'm not sure. Okay, to the right. So. The Fisherman's Hall. Bistro building. Bistro building directly to the right of a Bracer Guild. Wasn't it supposed to be vacant though? It does not display any signs of vacancy at all. Quite the opposite actually. Maybe we can check with the receptionist and see what the deal is. Man, I want to go on another fishing trip sometime soon. I bet you would, wouldn't you? Excuse us, sir. We have a... Oh, you kids are all interested in joining? I gladly accept you. Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. Boy, am I glad to see younger fishing enthusiasts joining us. Joining the Fisherman Guild? Pardon, sir, but what exactly is this place? Oh, sorry about that, kid. This is the gathering ground for fishing enthusiasts. The crossroad branch of a Fisherman's Guild. Hey, kid with a blue and white jacket there. You look like you've handled a few rocks before. I can sniff out talent from a soldier away. How about it, kid? Looking to get your bait on? I mean, sure, I used to go fishing back when I was a kid. But I'm working right now, sorry. I'm impressed how easily you could tell Lloyd has fishing experience. These old men mystify me. Man, that caught me off guard. Anyway, this might go without saying, but this building isn't vacant, right? Because according to records from City Hall, this place should be unoccupied. What? Of course it's not. That's impossible. As you can see, we're in the process of planning our next fishing event. While we're on the topic of vacancies, there's an apartment complex by the name Arcadia right up the street. Pretty sure there was a vacant room in there. That's what you're looking for, maybe? You'll find Arcadia 2 buildings over from us to the left of the Bracer Guild. The actual vacancy is 2 buildings away? You're telling me the records were botched? That seems to be the case. In that case, we should head back there and confirm so that City Hall can upgrade the records. The room we just were at. This one. Excuse me, anyone home? I'm not sensing anyone inside, Lloyd. Yeah, seems that way. Oh, what are you all doing there? That was a vacant room. Looks like we're right on the money. Yeah, the last tenant moved away about half a month ago. I'd suggest you contact the landlord directly if you're interested in moving in. Well, I guess the vacancy on East Street was referring to this apartment. Did the previous tenant not file the proper papers or something when he split? Man, how lazy can you get? That reminds me, the city receptionist mentioned that their records may not be completely accurate. I now understand what you meant by it. Okay, so the vacancy on East Street is room 202 at Arcadia Apartments. I should write down all the details. Alright, let's move on to the next one. And that's the Lotus Heights. If I'm not mistaken, this is Lotus Heights. There should be 3 vacancies according to the documents provided by City Hall. Ah, are you with the government? Actually, we're police officers. We're just here to examine some vacancies to help bolster our crime prevention efforts. Vacancies, huh? I only recall there being 1 vacant room, though. Are you certain? Are there not 3? No, I don't believe so. Doesn't shock me that the government has trouble keeping up with that kind of information, to be honest. Though I imagine that's probably why the downtown district has fallen to such disrepair. They've more or less given up on us. Anyway, you're welcome to inspect the rooms as long as you don't disturb the other tenants. Okay then, shall we go and take a look? Sure, sounds like a plan. There's only 1 vacant room. 2nd floor on the left of the stairs as you go up. Take a look if you're interested. Not vacant, there's a drunkard inside. Excuse me, is anybody home? I said detect any presence inside. Yeah, makes sense. Check out all the dust on the doorknob too. I doubt anyone lived here for a long time. Figures as much. I believe every other unit is occupied, making this the only vacant unit. Okay, Unit 203 of Lotus Heights. Great, now we've confirmed the details in the documents, our work here is done. Let's head back to City Hall and report our findings. And Imelda is unmanaged. Hello everyone, is the verification process going well? Yeah, we wrapped up a little while ago. We're ready to submit our report. Wow, we even included footnotes for each of our room numbers. Thank you so much. I'm sure Residential Affairs will be more than grateful for your help. I'd rather they worked on being a bit more organized with the documentation instead. All the mistakes led us on one serious wild goose chase. As we're not part of their organization, it may not be our place to comment, but the organization of the original documents was subpar at best. I'm truly sorry for the trouble. Residential Affairs tries their hardest to ensure complete accuracy of their documentation. However, Diet members are constantly putting pressure on them. I hope you will accept my apology on their behalf. No, that's okay. We may have been a little insensitive. Seems like they have their own share of problems. Right, members of the Crossbow Diet can make life harder for a lot of people. Anyway, I'm glad we could be of assistance. I know it can get overwhelming at times, so please don't hesitate to contact us for help again. I agree. Assignments of a similar nature should be no problem for us. Just say the word and we'll be there. Thank you for the offer. We'll be sure to take you up on it when the time comes. Let's turn it in. And go shopping. So the women's armor has more magic defense, but the guy's armor is straight better than normal defense. Okay. And I think with that I end this episode. Next time we go back to the Geofront. Or... Why? Why? We are returning to the same dungeon, so... I think we can put it in here. Climb up the ladder. Because there's a treasure chest here. Did you know the Bell of Crossbow was recovered in the year of the Septian calendar, 1185, but was known for long before researchers relocated it. Its documented history dates back to the Middle Ages, and it helped inspire the name crossbow. So yeah, not a funny comment, but a historical fact. Okay, we are back at the boss room. I suspect the new boss will be here as well. And there's the bat. Exterminate.
危険度大手強いです。行くぞ。やっはっ。
Au.
行きます。 始しました。
Highly vulnerable to magic, especially water. Pretty resistance to everything except stat down. Fat bad that became fat after sucking too much blood. Uses as weight to fight.
Thanks.
Ow! Yeah, resisted bond. Ow.
さてと。 助かりました。行きます。分析を開始します。すでに
Restoring and increasing the defense down debuff.
行くぞ。
Triple counter.
俺の番だな。
さてと。エニグマ駆動。 お返しです。
Sorry, Ellie.
そんな。行きます。
Can't reach. Crap.
エニグマ駆動。や
ありがとう。俺の番だな。やっや。俺の番だな。さあ行くぞ。だー。タイガーチャージ。
行きます。 エニグマ駆動。
行くぜ。
No. Won't help.
ぜい。
それ。
サンクス。行くぞ。
Leviathan? No.
えいや。
行きます。
すまない。
かしないと。
Okay then. Let's go for kill. Bit of a shame for the experience points, but because only those living get them. Exterminate the monster. Good work, everyone. Well, that thing was a complete pushover compared to the one Arias took down. That may be so, but as long as we work together, there's nothing we can't overcome. Agreed. Also, I just deactivated the lock on the inner door. That should save us a lot of time, so we should exit that way. Gotcha. When did she even do that? Before we do it, yeah, but I just wanted to go back to the healing spot. This elevator cannot be used. This door is locked. Lloyd Bennings of the Special Support Section speaking? It's me. How are things going? Chief Sergei. Actually, we just eliminated the monster from the request. Perfect. Glad things are going well. Where are you now? We just exited the Geofront. You're not too far away then. What? I need you guys to investigate something immediately. Drop your support requests for now and make it your top priority. Got it. So, what is it that needs investigating? Head over to the downtown district on the double. It's in the southeastern part of the city. Some residents were contacted the police. Apparently, two delinquent gangs that have been at each other's throats are about to start a brawl. What? Stop them before there's trouble. Good luck. Wait! Stop! Something to fight isn't exactly what I'd call an... Yeah, I don't mean... What did he say? Judging from the look on your face, I can tell it ain't gonna be a good time. Tempting, but... Lloyd briefly explained what's the gate tasked them with doing. Delinquent gangs in the downtown district. Didn't we run into some of those brats when we were down there earlier? According to the database, there are two rival gangs who claim the district as their territory. The Saber Vipers and the Testament. Apparently, skirmishes between the two have become daily occurrences. There never used to be any gangs like that in the city. I guess a lot's changed. Anyway, we should hurry there and assess the situation. We have to find a way to calm them down before the situation escalates. Agree. Down to the district it is then. Yeah, but that will be next episode then. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.